Hey guys, welcome back to the joy of treasure hunting, and today I'm on a different type of treasure hunt. If you know, you know, the Morel mushroom. I've never done this before, and I thought it would be really fun to go on this treasure hunt. So come along and let's get into it together. So because I've never done this before, I decided to do a little bit of research, and I found out that here in the Midwest, I'm in Oklahoma, this time of year between March and April or so, you can just go out almost anywhere and look around, and you might find these mushrooms, these morel mushrooms, and everybody says that they are just delicious. So I've never tried them. I'm going to go and pick a few of them today, and we're going to go ahead and try and do a little cookout and see what they taste like. So I just decided, let's go find the quickest, easiest place to get to. And so, as you can see in the background, maybe back over here, there's houses back there. So we're just in the green belt, right behind a housing subdivision near my home. And you can maybe even hear the lawnmowers going over there. It's amazing that these things can grow just about anywhere. But people say that there are certain trees that they especially like to grow under. And in my short amount of time that I've been out here walking around, I can attest to that. Here in Oklahoma, I have found a few of these things already, and I've been out here maybe about an hour or so. I've got a handful of them. Again, this is my very first time. Once you kind of train your eye to look for it, you would think that it'd be really easy to spot them. Man, these little guys are like the hide-and-seek champions of the world or something. So they're really hard to spot. But I'm going to take you along. We're going to walk through the woods here, and I want to show you some of the trees here in Oklahoma or the Midwest that these things seem to love to live underneath. So come along and let's go see. Out here in the woods behind the green belt, there's a whole gaggle of different types of trees out here. But the ones that we're looking for are elms, kind of like this guy right here, and sycamores, like that white bark over there, and cedar trees, which I don't really see a whole lot of right now, but I'll show you them if and when we find one. But I hear, and it has been my experience so far, that beneath those big elm trees and maybe even these birch bark trees and those sycamore trees, in the leaf litter, especially a really wet area, maybe on a slope, all of those things coming together, it seems to be where I'm seeing these mushrooms. So let's go see about that. I'm down here by one of these creeks that floods every now and then, and we've got these slopes that come down. We've got a few big trees, and we're looking for some moist areas with a lot of leaf litter that maybe are staying shady and cool. It's starting to warm up here in Oklahoma. This is the beginning of March, and we're starting to get some warm days. I thought this was cool. Look at this. While you're out there stomping around the woods, you just never know what you might find. Thought this was really neat. There's a turtle shell. He's left home without it, but it's pretty good condition. And look at this. I mean, we've got wild onions just growing right here. I mean, you could almost make yourself a meal just right out here. There's some fish you could catch in the creek. Really a neat little place. And again, it's just right behind the houses over here. Here's one of those sycamore trees. Pretty good sized one. And as you look around underneath it, you'll see some of its bark with that characteristic look to it like that. And so we're just gonna look around in these kind of moist areas with this leaf litter. And like I said, these mushrooms are so hard to spot. But I'm gonna try and take you along as we're looking around under here. I found that sometimes the north sides of these trees, they're shaded more, and so it might be just a little cooler, a little moister. And so I'm gonna stay on that north side of this tree, try to get through here without getting too many sticky bushes on me. And here's one of those cedar trees I was talking about. Be a good one to look around and underneath. Okay, we're at the base of one of these elm trees. And see what I mean about these things being the hide-and-seek champion of the world? You see it right there? And those things are just so hard to spot. But when you do find them, pick them. Well, here's a bit of a frustrating sight, but something I keep seeing out here, and that's these partially eaten mushrooms. You know, these things are such tasty wild edibles that the woodland critters love to eat them too, and so they'll find them. And it can be a little bit frustrating to find them sort of eaten or whatever, but it is a good indicator that the area where that one was found, you want to look around, because a lot of times where you find one, you'll find many. So let's look around here some more. So pretty out here. Well, it's time to take some inventory. Let's see what we found. So this was my very first morel mushroom hunt, and like I showed you, I'm just right behind the neighborhood, so you don't have to go anywhere special or fancy. I thought this was cool. I found a nice little turtle shell bowl, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4.5 mushrooms in about an hour. It's pretty tough to spot these things, but you know, I feel pretty good about that. I'm just stoked to have found one at all, really. So it's time to take these home, clean them up, and we're going to cook them and see what the fuss is all about. So come along. Okay, so here they are, all of our yummy morel mushrooms. I just sliced them in half, washed them off real good, and I'm going to see what the fuss is all about. So everybody says, you know, the best way to eat them is just sauteed in some butter. And so I'm going to go ahead and got me a nice hot cast iron here. And you're supposed to kind of cook them down a little bit before you add the butter. So that's what we're going to do. Come check this out. Turn on the light. Got a nice smell to it. Kind of smells like you're cooking meat. Kind of interesting to think that, you know, a fungus could smell like meat, but it does. I'm going to grab some butter. Let some of this moisture cook out. They're starting to wilt a little bit. You can come see. Starting to wilt down a little bit, getting softer. Only found 4 of them, so I don't have a whole mess to eat here, but I think this will be good, at least just to get a taste for what these things are all about and decide if I want to go out and get some more. Everything tastes better with a little butter on it, doesn't it? Come see this. Starting to cook down. Ooh, that looks good. I'll bring you back when this is done. Alright, so come take a look. I think we're about ready. I added a little salt and pepper to it, cooked it down, and it just smells really good. It's kind of hard to describe what the smell is, but it doesn't really smell like mushrooms to me. Don't want any to go to waste. And that's my haul of 4 of them. So not a large amount, but you know, just enough to get a taste of. And let's see, where's the fork? Oh, there we go. All right. I think it may be a little hot. I don't want to burn myself. Smells good though. All right. I'm thinking I'm going to try one of the hit pieces first, and then we'll try a stem next. So here goes my first bite of morel mushroom. Wow, that is good. Okay, I'm going back for more. Boy, that cap, it really soaks up some of the butter in all of these folds in there. Soaks up the butter and the salt and pepper. Oh yeah. I always dance whenever I eat something good. All right, I'm going to try the stem now. So let's get some stems here. Stems taste the same as the cap. Both taste delicious. I tell you what, guys, I am going to go out there and try and find some more of these things because they are really good. And so the joy of treasure hunting, this is the joy of this treasure hunt, getting to taste these morel mushrooms for the first time. Thanks, guys, for joining me today. And I'll be making another video on these here shortly. I know it. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless.